Hello everyone! Welcome once again to my channel. This is Janice Mae. My voice is a lot better. And today we are continuing to have a tutorial, or I want to show you the things that you can do with your very first bead maker's box that some of you have received already. So the first tutorial was the 8mm, how to make the 8mm bead. The next one, I want to show you how you can make the feathers and the tiny bottle with beads into a necklace, like what Miss Manny is wearing here. Before I forget, also in your box you have this, you have the card, but in the back of your card there are information and also my email right there. You can email me for questions, and it has my blog, my websites, and all that, just in case you just think that this is a decoration. It actually has my info on there. So we are going to, I want to show you how to wire wrap the feather. You get the feather, right? You get the feather in your box, and also the tiny glass bottle beads. So I just want to show you the feather and the tiny glass bottle that I wire wrapped, and then just attach it to a chain, any chain. So for those of you who are what I call silver bells, you like silver, you just use silver instead of the gold. Now for the golden bells, you can use gold, so like what I did here. It's the only one I have, so that's why. So first, let's go over the materials. You will get the feather. So your feather either look like this, where it has a thick, I don't know what to call this, stem, feather stem, or like this, with has feathers and very thin stem. If you got this, then you have no problem. You just wire up directly on here. If you have a thinner one like this, you need to stabilize it. You can, like what I did with this, I stabilize it with a thick gauge wire. This is 18. So you can go with 18 or 20, or you can stabilize it with a thick, no, not thick, with a leather like this, like a round leather. If you don't have a leather, you can even use cut a portion of a toothpick like this and paint it white to stabilize the stem. So I don't want you to just use whatever you have at home. So I will make an example of the thin feather stem right there. So let's do that first. So you need to cut the thick gauge wire like so, and then you just bend it. So it takes on that form, and then let's do long, so to cut it like right there. So now you have that. So then you take your feather. So I hate doing this. It's like I'm like taking the hair of the feather. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. You just need to expose that part, okay? So let me, okay, this is the 24 gauge wire. And then you just, I call this your stabilizer. And then you just put it right there where the feather is. And then, let me just open it up a little bit. And then we can just wrap. Okay? So take the thinner wire and just start wrapping it. I'm being careful that I'm still on camera. Okay, just move this closer to each other. Okay, so that's that. Then you turn around to the other side. You can do this just using your hand, or you can use a pair of pliers, like so, okay? And then just stick it up to the end so that you don't see that thing anymore. Okay, so right there you can go ahead and cut it, or you can do swirls like what I did here. Okay, so in this case I want to just go ahead and cut it, okay, since we did swirls already. So when you cut it, you just cut it like so, and just kind of tuck it in. Then if you want to bring these wires closer, you have to do is do that. And then you do the other side. You can just cut it, or you can do a swirl on that one. So you know how a swirl works. You just go ahead and, I don't want this to be a long video, but you know, it might be a long video. So a swirl is just like that. So, okay, you know how to do that. Let's do this. So now I'm gonna show you how you can make the bottle into a pendant by attaching like 2 ears here, or 2 hands, whatever you want to call it. I know my dad would call that ears. So I think it's easier to use a 26 gauge wire. So you need, okay, might as well just finish that. And you need to cut, this is too long, just maybe 8 or 10 inch, since this is the last on the spool. So I'm just gonna show you how to do one side, and then you just do the same thing on the other side. So first you do this, and then you would bring it, wrap it around to the other side, and you can probably do it one more time, the other side. So you will have like a thicker band of wire in the neck. And now what you do is twist, hold it, pull it like this. This would be pulling this part, and this would be pulling in opposite directions so that it's tight. And then I'll just turn the bottle around like so, and then I will continue wrapping it with my fingers. So now I did about this much. This must be like 2 inches or 2.5. You see, it looks like a decorative thing when it's twisted like that. Okay, so then you will make a loop using this wire by simply, so about this, a little bit above the cork, a little bit, and then just like making a regular loop, except you are using your twisted wire. Okay, very simple. And I love this because you can either, you can put the little bits, you can put crystals or whatever you want to put in there. And then you can use that little beads into bracelets or something. And then I'll just cut it off like so. So now you do the same thing on the other side. Okay? So you take the wire and just the same way that you did that, and that's what we're gonna do. We just wrap it around the neck and maybe one more time, and then meet about right here, and then do the same thing. Okay, so again, wrap it the way you did on that side and make a loop. I love the twisted wire because, and then you can just do it like that, just so you have room to maneuver. Don't worry, it's not gonna hurt it. So then you just cut it, and then you have your tiny bottle pendant. Okay, so what I did with mine, so I just connected charms in here. So this is a fun thing to connect charms in there. You can replace the beads with little pebbles that you probably, as a memento from a beach vacation. And then there's so many things, the ways you can embellish it. So there you have it. Watch out for our next video. Thanks for watching.